Morning. Back for another day. Another day of exhaustion. I've been exhausted with life in many capacities for a while, and this morning just kind of just like proved my whole point again. I got out here yesterday. It must be my personality. I don't know. Because I like to see progress whenever I do stuff. I hate feeling like I wasted. I hate feeling like I wasted effort. I got out here and I did all this walking yesterday. I got here and I walked about 2.5 hours for the day yesterday. Waving no heck and trying to get my weight back down. Hey, I didn't eat a whole lot. People say like the bare minimum or whatever. And, you think you get out here and you take the steps to hopefully get the needle moving in like the positive direction when you're trying to do something. And then you see that your efforts really didn't make a difference at all. And that's what I encountered this morning when I came outside and got on this damn scale. I didn't lose any weight at all yesterday. I didn't lose any weight at all when I checked the scale this morning. I was 267.2 yesterday. Now 267.2 today. And yes, and while I understand that people are going to try to say that, like, well, you didn't gain anything, like, so you did just enough, you broke even, like, that should be a win. Like, it's not a win. It's not a win for me. Because I honestly feel like the things that, like, I didn't eat yesterday, the things that, heck, and the time I spent walking out here yesterday was for nothing. And that's like how I feel about a lot of the things in my life. Now I feel like it's just like a wasted effort. Like, and I hate that feeling. And I know people want to tell you to try harder or whatever. Why do I want to try harder if I can't if I'm not seeing the results based on the efforts I've already expended? Like, and that just like really pisses me off. 'Cause you make the choice to get out and want to try and try again and stuff, and you're just not seeing the results that you want. Not as soon as you want or whatever. Because I have the expectation that every time I do something, I expect to see a positive result to keep me going, to at least get me in the right direction. At least for me to know that I'm going in the right direction with anything. But I really am. I'm just really exhausted with this whole life thing, man. I told my mother last night I'm really just ready to go. She tells me like, oh, you're not going anywhere till the good Lord takes you. Like, yeah. I'm like, and that's the problem. So I told her, like, that's the problem. Heck, the good Lord ain't ready to take me yet. 'Cause I'm tired of exhausting all this effort into my life, man. Without seeing results as quickly as I'd like to see them. I know it takes time or whatever, but it's just frustrating. It really is. honestly, I thought that living, that finally being able to live the life that I should have always had. Like I kind of figured, like that would have made me somewhat happy, like to be here or whatever. And that really was my last ditch effort, but it's not. See, Kayla, that's the thing. I don't even like care about like going to heaven or anything like that. I'm like life is just like it's just like sapped me so much. Like I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I'm just ready to I'm just ready to go to the other side, man. Whatever that may be, you know. Now I'm 38 now, and then I've been feeling this way since I was around maybe 14, 15 years old. I remember I honestly didn't even plan on really living all that long after I turned 18. Like I honestly had hoped that man I'd have been dead like shortly after I shortly after I graduated. I really wasn't looking forward to the world then. And everything I've ever tried to do in my life or whatever, man, like it has just never worked out. It gets exhausting. It constantly like dealing with repeated failures and all that stuff, man. And even though you have the right game plan, man, like things and events just happen in your life, and it just derails all your progress, man. It's frustrating. You get to that point of wanting to kind of be a little bit optimistic about the future and what you could really do, or whatever, and when they tell you, you put your mind and soul into it, your heart and soul into it, man, and heck, just to be crushed. You you try to put yourself in a position, to protect like what you have, and man, it's always something that comes out of left field, man. It's just something that you just don't expect. And it just like derails you, man. It just throws you off everything. You keep trying to give yourself all these thoughts of hope and all that stuff, man. It just doesn't work. Nothing works. Not able to see messages. Mm-mm. It's my biggest fear, man. Having knowing that I'm still gonna have to. There's a good possibility, man. I'm still gonna be here for many more decades like this. Many more decades for nothing. How's it going, 007? I just really don't know, man. I don't know how I can keep this going. Like I'm frustrated right now. And I'll end up doing something else. Thank you, Maxwell. It helps to get it off my chest or whatever, but and it's still exhausting, man. It just feels like I didn't lose anything this morning. That's why I'm frustrated. Like I just wasted my time doing all that walking yesterday. My whole life has been a rough time. It's been a rough time that's never truly went away. I don't like getting on here being a complainer all the time or whatever, but I know some of the things that I say do resonate with people. And I want to connect with people. It's a waste to me, man, when I'm not seeing and when I'm not seeing the number on that scale drop the next morning. That's time I could have been doing something else. That's how I take it. I'm a very results oriented person. Yeah, I appreciate it. So what I've learned about myself, I'm very results oriented. I have to see the results immediately. Like I get discouraged or I get mad. But you never really can't tell with this whole weight loss thing. Since my weight fluctuates up and down, it's crazy. Like some days, like yeah, and that's what I've been noticing. Like some days, like I eat like a pig or whatever, and go way over what I normally would do, and I come back the next morning, it appears I've lost weight. And then some days, heck, like yesterday, like I didn't eat a whole lot. I feel like I went under what I normally do, and I'm still the same. And then sometimes I'd gain weight. Yeah, so I've been eating fruits and vegetables. But that's just the thing that like irritates me a lot of times, man. I'm just tired of not seeing the results that I want to see out of my life. Like no matter what I do to try. A lot of times I think that life is just discouraging by nature, though. Like we were just thrust in this world, man, just to be disappointed. Try to find things in this place to make it worth it, but man, in the end, there's really nothing that's really worth it here. No matter how good our lives are, man, we're all just looking for a way out. No, I'm glad I don't have any kids. Like I haven't been having the breathing problems that I had when this stuff really had me down bad. But like it's still like it's still not a win for me, I guess. Or at least I don't feel like it is one. I'm just on here right now because I'm angry. I just wanted to get the stuff off my chest. Like I know I'll be doing other things. I probably would have started a gaming stream by now, or getting caught up on some other YouTube videos that I haven't watched yet or whatever. I guess I probably just need to quit having an expectation about positive results every time I do something. Probably just need to just let go of my expectations, think about life altogether. I stay stuck in between, like I'm ready to leave this world, and then like most of me is ready to leave this world, and then like there's that other part, that other significant part that's like it's like fighting to stick around. It's more like a 65-35 type split, 60-40, somewhere around there. Maybe a lot of times closer to 70-30. It just gets old, man. I guess something's happening to my internet connection. I'm not able to see anything now. Let's see if it comes back. If it does, we'll continue. If not, then I end up having to end the stream because the internet went out. And it's looking that way. I'll give it about another minute and see if it comes back in. Let me know if y'all still in the chat. It's the second time it's done this. Something's going on. It does get old, man. It just feels like life's just like sapping me all the time, man. Every time I get like I felt a hope, man, life just knocks me right back down, man. Yeah, I guess my internet's messed up. I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Oh, alright, we're back. I was just about to end it. I don't know why everything keeps going out. I was thinking to myself, I've been thinking about this for the past couple of days. Like I have all this knowledge that I didn't have about life before. And I still don't feel like employing all the knowledge that I have, like towards making the rest of my life better. I'm just not motivated to do it. It's honestly how I keep feeling. Like how crazy is that to not be motivated to survive? That's honestly how I keep feeling. Like I'm not motivated to survive at all. Not motivated to survive for myself. I keep feeling like I have to have something like a spouse or something like that. To like really push myself to like be responsible for somebody else, to feel that responsibility for somebody else. It's the only way I kind of feel like I can really push myself. like into taking action or anything. Think about my life. Y'all understand what I'm talking about? Y'all ever feel that way sometimes? Like you don't really want to do anything unless you're doing it for somebody else. You don't want to do anything for yourself. I'm in Texas. What's going on, Osvaldo? You can recommend it. I know, and that's the thing, man. Even if I didn't attract a wife or whatever, man, I look at like how the dating game is and how the marriage game and all that stuff goes. Like, and that discourages me too. It's like, honestly, man, I kind of feel like a rat in a maze, man, and like in this world is the maze. And you can run wherever thinking and like so where you think you're running to is like happiness or whatever. Like everywhere you go, like you just got all these different avenues that you can take or whatever. Like, and it seems like no matter how far you go, wherever you go, man, like it's like you're going down a straight path or whatever, or something that you think that like I guess we can call it like paths of hope or something. Like, and you're traveling down that path thinking that you're finally gonna like finally find happiness or like a reason to live in this world or whatever. Like once you reach the end of that path and like and you're going on and you're going on and you're going on, the ways or whatever. And next thing you know, man, like out of nowhere, like you just hit with a roadblock, and then you gotta turn around, you gotta go back to where you started, and you gotta go somewhere else. You gotta take another path or whatever, and it just constantly keeps happening like that. Like, and it just like never ends. That's how I feel about living in this life, about living in this world. If that makes any sense. I've been trying to take it one day at a time. I've been doing that since I've been about 15. I always thought that there was going to be something. I always thought there was going to be something else better. But I'm 38 now, man. I really haven't come up with anything. I haven't seen anything. It just seems like every path to the happiness or whatever it is we're trying to find in this world, man. It just seems like it's just unattainable. You're just stuck here. Like with that knowledge. Like it just makes you not even want to try. Try to do anything towards finding it. Like you just like everything good in this world that you could have, everything that we should be striving for, man, there's always a pitfall to that that makes the pursuit not worth it in the end. And like one of the things, like trying to find love or whatever, Like I always found it funny how like especially like in my dealings with women, they're always talking about they're looking for somebody who loves them and respects them and all that stuff, but yet like the prerequisite of them loving you is that you always gotta have something. Like, that you always got to be in a position to take care of them. So, like, it always makes you question, man. Like, heck, if this person really does love you, do they really love you for you? Heck, or do they just love you because, heck, or what you can do for them and stuff like that? It's just like one of those pitfalls I'm talking about. Like, there's just nowhere to turn. And you can go out and do solitary things on your own or whatever. Like, hey, but deep down, man, we're always gonna want to share our lives with somebody, you know. And we want to have that connection with somebody. You find somebody in this world, you know, where like you can find something that you enjoy doing, and you just wish time would stand still, you know, and wish the moment would never end and stuff. People keep telling me to talk to God, but I've never really been a God guy. Like, how do you even know if God's even talking to you? Is what I want to know. I asked this question yesterday, in the stream yesterday, and I was just told that you just have to feel it. Like, how do you feel it? How can you acknowledge that God is talking to you? 'Cause I've never really been a religious guy. What's the piece I'm missing? See, and that's when I have to question if God was so great and all that. Why do we even feel the way that we feel? Why do we endure life like this? If God created all of this, like why is there cancer? Why is there racism? Why is our economy like this? If people in charge are given the knowledge on how to fix these problems and stuff. Like, why are we going through any of this stuff? Like, why does God allow all this stuff to happen? I'm gonna move to the shade. I'll be right back. There we go. That's better. I understand that, but how am I supposed to know that God is talking to me? feels like I'm sinking. I think I am sinking. Yep, I am sinking. I can't have faith like that. That's just not the way I'm wired. It's just not me, man. It's hard for me to believe in all that. And when I see the biggest worshipers, man, lead the worst lives. They have the worst things happening to them. I just can't get behind all that. Like there used to be a time when I cared about, like, wanting to be ahead of the many issues that I would face in this life, you know. For the longest time, I just haven't cared anymore. Those people end up doing a lot of the worst things in history, though. See what I mean? It's all contradictory. When you really look at it and think about it. I'm not seeing any progression in my life, and that's what gets me. Kind of feels like you know what you wish you could do, or what you wish you'd have, or whatever. And you feel like you just chomped a bit, like to finally be able to start realizing that dream or realizing that goal that you set out to pursue. But things outside of your own control is what's holding you back. And after a while, like of just chomping at the bit, you get I guess you get tired because you start having that feeling in your mind, feeling in your heart that, and no matter what you want to do, like you're never gonna get to that point of being able to do it. And then you just quit. Like like being on here, for example. Like I've been wanting to I don't know. But like on here, for example, I've been wanting to get to a point where I could probably like get to a point where I can like finally like start making like some sort of income off of this. And I've been at this since I got out of the hospital back in October of last year. Like, and I've been trying everything like to really get things going. Where I'm still not. Well, I made some tremendous progress, but I'm still not making any money on here or anything. Yeah, because I really don't want to go back to doing the type of work I was doing. I've been in retail like my whole life pretty much. Like the only job I've ever worked for was for Walmart. And I can go back, but I wasn't trying to go back if I didn't have to. Like I wanted better for my life, you know. Like I don't want much in life. I just wanted to go about. I wanted to go about supporting myself in a different way, heck than that. You know, it's easier work, but like it doesn't afford me all the things that I ever wanted to have. But what I wanted was freedom. And freedom to be able to do whatever I wanted when I wanted. And not be stuck on a clock, 8 hours a day. Like a lot of my life has been like knowing where I wanted to be in my life, but not knowing how to get there. Heck, or vice versa. My life is flip flop like that. Like this entire time. I'm still like unsure like how I even got led to this. But something just kept telling me to just get on YouTube, try out YouTube. And I was discouraged for a while because I had this channel for a while. Like back when I was like fishing and stuff, that's what I was really wanting to do. At the time, was just like make it like a fishing channel or whatever. But then I just started adding other things to it. It's been successful. It just hasn't been as successful as I hoped it would be. I have been putting in a lot of. I've been putting in work, or maybe I just haven't completely figured out this entire system yet. Like how to get the most views and all that stuff or whatever. I've watched countless videos and stuff on like what I should do. What's going on there, Francisco? Yeah, it's not that it's boring. I just wanted to do something else for a living, you know. Like I'd always felt like that. Nah, I'm kind of down right now. To be honest, it's just getting to me like seeing all my efforts and stuff like being wasted or feeling that my efforts are wasted. But like every aspect of my life, you know. I just always knew I wanted to do something else different. Not that I, not that I really like hated my job or whatever. It's just that I just hated being on the clock 8 hours a day. And then you see other people making money in other ways and stuff, and then you wonder why, like, you wonder yourself, like, why can't I think of nothing like that, or why didn't I think of something like that? Like in a lot of cases, man, like it's something so simple. I guess I'm just like feeling. I guess I just keep feeling the desperation of my situation, where like, man, because I'm almost out of money. No, like, and I gotta do something quick. That's what everybody keeps telling me, man. And I hate that one. There's too many variables. Too many variables to truly make it what you want to make it. Too many outside variables out of your control, especially. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, like here recently, man. Like I really been like questioning my morality on like how I'm going to survive, even though like I'm not like I feel like in my mind and my heart like I'm not really like trying to actively survive. Like I'm not like to that point of like doing what like whatever it takes to survive. Like I'm not at that point. Not that point yet. So where I'm willing to do any and everything. But I guess it's probably because I just don't really place that much value on like on living deep down. You know, society's always like talking shit about how people make a living or whatever, and it's really just because they can't do it themselves. It's out of jealousy or whatever. But like how people give, how society gives like influencers and stuff, you know, or people make funny comedy videos on here, like so much shit. So you're talking about like I'll work a real job or whatever, like that is a real job. Like heck, people are paying for it. People are paying for you to do that, paying for something that you provided to them. Like, I'm kind of starting to get to that mindset, like man, like money's money, and it really don't matter where it comes from. Like that's like where my mindset's starting to go. See, that's the thing, Francisco. Like I'm really not even like I'm just not motivated to like really want to make my life better. I'm not motivated to be that guy anymore. Not to be who I used to be anymore. That's the main thing I've been trying to figure out for months. Like, why don't I want to be that guy anymore? I don't know what stopped me. I can't replace what I had or whatever. Like, and I know in my mind that like I could, like heck, I could have better things than what I had or whatever. Like I got a freaking clean slate now, right now, you know. And I just don't really feel like trying to attempt to like really put forth the effort anymore. But then it could be like seeing what like all the people I've worked with over the years. Like, I work with all different types of people. Work with young people, work with older people, and stuff, man. And like when we had these market crashes and stuff, like I got to see like these people waste like spend their entire life, all their life savings, instead of, off in their 401ks. Like, it's been all those years, it's been decades, like building their retirement funds and stuff like that. Just like that, man. Like, within seconds, man, of a crash or anything like that, man. Like seeing all that, seeing them like lose like the majority of their money and stuff like that, man. It's just disheartening to me. Like, man, heck, like that's what we're working for and stuff. Like, I just seen never seen too many bad outcomes, man, for people that have done it the right way. You just kind of feel like you just been lied to your whole life. There's just so many things that I've seen that it brought me to the whole, like, what's the point type of thing. Back up, cat. I don't need you to come and bother me. Get away. Always got to come up on me all the time. I know, and that's what brought me here, and that what brought me to being in this state. Like I said, man, like I have all this knowledge here, and like I know what the world is about now. Like, and I've seen like how to like counteract this stuff, but I just really haven't felt like I'm really putting forth the effort into putting forth the work. It's just something just keeps holding me back. It's really just that feeling, man. Just feeling like it's gonna be for nothing again. Like, I know. If I guess I'm doing something, like I'm on here. I'm just okay with being lazy now. I do like being lazy up until the point I actually want to do something. And then I'm on the opposite side of the spectrum. I don't know. I guess we all feel that way at some point in our lives. I guess it's that whole why expend the effort if you don't have to kind of thing. I appreciate y'all for coming in and liking and subscribing. I appreciate it. And contributing to the conversation. Y'all have anything y'all want to talk about or ask or anything, feel free. Like, anything goes here. Just want to carry on a conversation. Like, hop off and start gaming or something. Start a gaming stream or something. What do you mean by gangbangers? Like these teenage kids just like wreaking havoc, or what? It's just a lack of discipline. I know exactly what people are talking about. I dealt with that. Dealt with that with my little nephew. Like, 'cause he's like that. Like, he don't like me very much. Cause I was getting his ass. They gotta sit back and like you can tell these kids until you're blue in the face, like how the wrong they are and all that stuff, and try to teach them stuff. But sometimes you gotta, I learned I just gotta just say forget it and let reality, and let society like teach them. And just like let things happen. Sometimes I kind of feel like they would end up being like that anyway. Yeah, but heck, it also hurts even more when you're the only one. Like heck, out of the family that's willing to go that far. Like heck, and everybody else in the family that heck that they wrong or whatever, they just like let them get away with it. They don't treat them like uh, they don't treat them as if they were somebody else like who did that, because you know things would be way different. Like if they weren't family, you know. I guess the only way they'll learn is to not be doing those things. Like you gotta treat them like they're somebody else. So you say you're losing hope or you're gaining hope? Like that's good. Just don't. I think at points in our lives we're gonna lose hope. And we just don't. The only thing I can really say is like don't stay at that point that you lost hope. Rock bottom for too long, because eventually you will get complacent, like with your life as it is. And you end up like me, trying to find yourself, or struggling to find yourself, and struggling to find a reason to go on because you've gotten so used to heck to not having anything or not wanting anything and stuff. I can't deny that there aren't good things in this world or whatever. Like I just don't want it. I just I just really don't want. I just found that I just don't want anything in this world. it's not a whole taking for granted or whatever. I just feel like this whole world is just mundane to me. Like I've always felt that way. I've never really asked, because I've never really believed. If I ever was talking to God, the only thing I ever asked God was for my salvation out of this world. Like, and I never received it because I'm still here. That's really the only thing I ever truly asked for. But like, I never really believed in God and all that though. That's just never really been my thing, man. Like I always hated going to church when I was younger. My mom forced us to go. For me, it was just a 3-hour waste on my Sundays. That's all it was to me. That's all it ever was to me. The main thing about these teenage gangbangers and stuff, man. Like, heck, the reason why they're so bad is that, heck, we all forgot that we're always training. It's not even just about them. It's about everybody. Everybody you meet. Like we're training them at all times. Like, and that's what we didn't realize with them. Like we slacked up on them as opposed to like my generation or whatever. And before or whatever, like you're training people at all times by everything that you do and everything that you don't do. Like, if you don't discipline them, you're basically teaching them that it's okay to do these things, and that's what the problem was. Like that's what the issue is. Heck, with my nephew. I don't know, man. I kind of think that, like in my darkest moments, I unknowingly to me probably been talking to God or whatever, but like my prayers have yet to be answered. Isn't that the only time you really do that God's supposed to hear you is in your darkest moments? That's the only time people like really attempt to talk to God, right? And these aren't light moments. Now, my perspective isn't great, man. I think it's when people get fooled. Like people see like what's right in front of them, but like they really don't see what's going on within. It's kind of like parents like looking at their children or whatever, like they see that they're alive and well or whatever, and think that everything's okay, like with them. Like heck when deep down, heck there really isn't. No, they really aren't. deep down there's so many things that like, they just don't know about how you're really feeling or what you're really thinking, like about how you feel about the life that they brought you into and stuff. Like, a lot of people just really don't see until it's too late. Remember in the distant past, like people talking like this, people would be shamed for this. We're talking like this about life and stuff like that. People just say that you're a pussy or whatever and stuff, and like you just like being a little girl or whatever. Instead of telling you to man up and all that stuff. You remember those days? I'd say probably like no more than 10 years ago. Like people weren't on here talking about stuff like this. Like mental health wasn't anything at the forefront. Like people feeling this way. And then people got brave enough to start talking, like about how they really feel about life and how they feel about the world and stuff like that. And that's why this now, it's not that I don't want change, it's just that I don't care about change. If that makes any sense. I just don't have a feeling. I just don't. There really is no other way I could put it, man. I just really just don't feel. I just don't care to change. I don't care for the change. How's it going, Pratt? I just keep having this empty feeling, man. Like a like a like a void, and like I really don't feel that anything's gonna feel is gonna feel. You keep waking up with this emptiness. Hey, the devil's wanted me a long time. He clearly wants me more than God, obviously. Because I have always felt this way. Like every time I thought that I was finally gonna have something good in my life. Like heck, it often turned bad. I used to not really be all this cynical, but now I'm cynical to a fault. Mm. I kind of think that if God really wanted me that bad, then God would have been actively doing things in my life to get me to go to that side. And I honestly don't really feel like God really has. Like, all my experiences, man, have shaped how I look at things and shaped my perception of this world. You know, and I really can't fight that. Uh, I can't think of the word right now, but heck, I have proof of my perception. Everything I ever had in this life that I thought was good, and I guess not. It's always turned sour. I started trying to live for yourself. What do we really have to live for? What do you have to live for when you don't want to, like when you know you can't live for others? Like when you know that they're gonna be gone eventually, you're still gonna have to live in this world, on your own. I know, but it doesn't mean anything to me. It never has. It never really has deep down. I just wake up every day just doing stuff, and it's really not. It's not really because I even want to do these things. I just do them. Like everything, like a lot of the stuff that I do in this world, like it really has no meaning behind it. Like my efforts are just like, I guess my efforts are just like void. I'm gonna try to use this analogy. You know how like whenever you're like punching a punching bag, you say that punching bag is life. Like at first when you start punching that punch bag, you kind of want to see like how you want to see how strong of a punch you can hit that bag with, and like see how far you can move it or whatever with the punch or whatever. Like and eventually over time, like you start to get tired. You can't punch that bag forever. You get tired, and as you get tired, heck, those punches like they start to lose the power behind them and stuff, and then that bag doesn't move very much. Until eventually you get to punching that bag, and like heck, and it don't move at all. That's probably like the best way that I can explain my life right now. And those punches are my attempts at life, and my attempts at wanting to make a better life aren't moving anything. Aren't moving that bag anymore. I hope that made sense. That's probably the easiest way I can put it. Or I just really just the desire to have to really want to punch that bag now. That's what I keep trying to tell myself, but that hasn't happened yet. Sometimes I kind of feel like I can see like how great my life could be. But then I get to thinking like maybe kind of feel like I'm just like that life might not happen for me. I know that happen or whatever, but I just still just don't really feel the need to try to. At least not as much as I should. I keep seeing this future in my mind that like I really don't want to see. 'Cause I've already seen parts of it as far as like losing loved ones and stuff, losing grandparents, losing parents and stuff, and coming to that realization that eventually I'm going to be in this world alone, not having anybody until I'm gone. I really don't want to see that world, and I sure want to make the time to have with have with them now. I sure want to make that count. It's just a I really don't know what I'm saying. I just feel so unmotivated with. I just feel so unmotivated with life, man. Like I'm just clutching the straws, man. Just clutching the straws and trying to see what works and what won't. Because I really have no idea. What's going to work and what's not. And, like I get interested in motivating myself. Like if I start to see something like starting to work, whatever. Like I said, I'm a results oriented person. Like I got to see results. Like every time that I attempt to do something, I have to see positive results. Even if they're not much, I just need to know that I'm going in the right direction. And that's what spurs me on. The whole time I was working to save money. Like I had a goal in mind of where I was trying to get to. Like, and I'd get more and more excited about about trying to accomplish that goal. Every time I would see that number get closer to my goal after every paycheck and stuff, and that was kind of like the carrot and the stick thing, like towards my working life or whatever. It kept me motivated to keep going with it. But I don't have that on a life scale though. Like I don't have a carrot to really keep going, to go after, to keep going. Like on the grand scheme of life, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, I guess it's like something's up with the stream again. I'll give it a few minutes, see if it comes back. Can't see messages or anything again. I know this is a psychological block of some kind. I was hoping somebody would be able to help me break that on here. That's why I really started making these videos. See if somebody else has gone through these things. Like this has been an unexpected blow up though for me. So it continues to keep me going a little bit. All right, looks like we're back again. All right. Choose a random number. I guess we'll go with 1. The first number that came to my mind was 1. How come? Sometimes I did kind of think about like I wish like I had like an avalanche in my life. Yeah, but I know that I'm not gonna be able to start that without doing something first. Just kind of you just kind of like feel sometimes that like once you start something positive or doing something positive in your life, like everything else is gonna fall into place like an avalanche. It's gonna just keep accumulating as it rolls. You know, your life's just gonna keep getting better and better, and then that snowball is just gonna keep growing and growing or whatever. You know, it's gonna keep growing so big where nothing can stop it. That's kind of like where I'd like to get my life, but I just kind of feel like it might not happen that way. You still here, Francisco? Why'd you want me to choose a random number? I don't have a Bible, man. Bible burning my hands. I, I can't do none of that right now. Not while I'm streaming. No, what is it? Maybe I feel I'm too old now to really make a difference in my life. That's probably what it is deep down, maybe. Pretty sad that deep down you really don't know what's holding you back in life. What's causing these feelings or anything like that. It's pretty sad. I really have a sad case. And the sadder thing is I don't even feel any real shame about it. About feeling this way. About my life. Now I see what that verse was meant to do. That was meant to inspire hope. To keep your eye on the prize. Let's see what time it is. It's 9:40. Well, that's a centipede down here. Then how do I know what the signs are? I honestly feel, man, if there really is a God, I feel like we're talking to God at all times, and a lot of our prayers and stuff, they could just fall under deaf ears. That's what I honestly feel. Like if there really is a God. No, not really, Chad. It's just the way I've always been feeling about my life, man. it's pretty much, where's I going with that? Basically, Chad, I'm just like tired of. I'm tired of like seeing like my efforts account for nothing, seemingly. Like the basic way that I can put what I'm talking about is like I like I did all that walking yesterday. Like, and I got on the scale this morning, I was exactly the same weight that I was yesterday. Like, and I even ate less than what I normally would. Stuff too. Like I made that attempt to like to not do so much, to not eat as much as I wanted to, and heck, and not and walk. Even though I didn't want to do it. So I had expected to see like some positive results from that. And when I got on that scale this morning, it angered me. It got me angry. Like that absolutely nothing changed. Nothing changed for the better. And while I get that sure I didn't gain any weight and that should be a win or whatever, like it's not the result that I was hoping for. And that's how I've always felt about a lot of the aspects of my life. Like I put forth the effort and I didn't see the results that I wanted. That's basically what this whole stream has been about. We've been talking about that. It just makes it hard to like really want to try again because I've always been met with failure, or just not seeing the results as soon as I want to see them, or not seeing the results that I wanted at all. That's my main big thing about life, about why I'm so unhappy with my life. Yeah, I didn't realize I was gonna be on here an hour and a half. It's crazy. This kind of stuff I like though. I wasn't planning on being here this long. I saw that we're up to 285 subscribers on here now. We're closing in on that 5 pretty quick. And I appreciate everyone who's subscribed and helping me get on up there. Just now waking up, 9:45 or something like that. 9:40 something. I guess that's what happens when you own your own accounting firm, huh? Make your own hours. You make your own schedule. I've been up since 6 o'clock. Getting caught up on some of Cappy's videos and stuff that he made. But I got the feeling like I was feeling. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this while the emotions are there and my mind is on it. And lo and behold, been on here an hour and 31 minutes now. So I think that's the cruelest thing about being brought in this world, man. You gotta have purpose at all times. We always have to have purpose. Like we feel like life is just meaningless. still remember the days, man, back when I was working. Man, I could not wait till I didn't have to work anymore. That was what I was working for. And now that I've been here pretty much doing nothing for the last 11 months, not like being on a job or anything like that. It's not that I even want to go back or whatever. But I essentially got everything. I used to believe that, like, if I got everything I wanted in my life, that I would be happy. Like, and now that I have all that, like, I'm not happy. Like, it doesn't make me happy at all. It's just, it's all about that sacrifice. Like kind of got to find a balance of what you want and what you don't want. Like, you have to learn to live with both. That's what I'm like, kind of like seeing. I have to be able to cope. Because you always need a source to make your life better. You gotta, like, for me, it's rage and anger. No, that's the thing. I was working part time. I was trying to work the least amount as possible. But the boss I had at the time, like, she was always, and she had me wrapped around her finger, thinking she knew it. Yeah, she always ended up talking me into working full time hours, even though I was part time. Like, we had an understanding, but I really liked my old boss. Yeah, that's why I did it. I know if I go back now, then in order to have insurance, like, heck, I might have to pretty much work full time. Like, I really don't want to do none of that. I really don't want to work that much. I always just wanted to work the least amount as possible to get what I needed to survive, and that was it. Learned over time, man. Like, all that working hard stuff, man, it don't get you anywhere. It just gets you more work. Shouldn't feel that way, but that's what my reality was, and that was a reality I did not want anymore. Like, I feel good just sitting on here talking to y'all, man. Like, I feel good about that. You're doing like labor intensive work for years and years on end, man. After a while, man, you just get tired of that stuff. And you just want to do different avenues and do other things. You can see if you could do something else to to still make what you were already making or whatever. Like, for me, that's how life gets better. That's how life gets better for me. Like, doing something easier than what I was doing. Because, like, in the end, man, money ain't gonna change. Money does not change, no matter how you get it. Like, it still spends the same, still looks the same, so, like, it's all still the same. And, like, why wouldn't you want to? Like, why wouldn't you want to make money in an easier way or in the easiest way you possibly can? That's where I get to the point of, like, questioning my morality now. Like, even though, like, I know I've earned enough credits to qualify for disability or whatever, like, I haven't wanted to because, like, I didn't want to hear, like, nothing about society, since that's frowned upon no matter what. Like, people don't care about your story. And they only care about you not having to work and how young you are and all that stuff and what they think that you should be doing. And I still honestly think that, like, even if I didn't do that and I was like, and I had enough money to replace my income, like going through the stock market route, like people would still be talking shit. Now, because they still have to work and you don't, or whatever, you know. Like it's just a big catch-22. You know, you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. But that in itself just tells you just like how far gone I am. That like, hey, that I really don't even want to go through all that trouble to even like try to even get on disability. 'Cause I know that's gonna be a lot of work to do all that. Like, and I like that's just like how like done I am with life. You know, that like I'm not even want to do that. Even though that is a lifeline. Like, and that's pretty sad. Like for somebody to be that done with life that has that possibility, like of having their life made or whatever, even though they earned that, like through all the credit hours or whatever and stuff. But to not even want to go through with any of that, not even for the urge to, like, what does that say about me? You know, like just like it, like for me, man, it's just somebody who's just like totally done, like 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 overdone with life. You know. And it's like stick a fork in me. I'm ready to go, you know. Like beyond ready. It's just crazy. It's crazy that I feel this way, and I shouldn't. You still here, Francisco? And what you got planned to do today, Chad? You think that's from like a feeling of lack of agency? Are you gonna be streaming with Cappy? This guy. Did you just see his notification? He's always there talking about Dragon Ball Z, but yet he's always shitting on it. But then he's always sitting there making all those references. He kills me with that. So tell me, yeah, you got to hide your power level. I can't wait to watch that later. Hey, he seemed like he was fine from the last video I was looking at. I saw that one he did about Raymond. About like how he's not gonna find his Daria. And then I watched the one he was talking about millennials and stuff yesterday. lot like me, man, just trying to find a reason to go on, man. It's not easy when you see man, when you're around other people, man, and seeing that they have the things that you wish you had. It's not like a. I don't think it's like from a jealousy type thing or whatever. It's just those just things you wish you had. Like we all wish we had a woman. And then have to go through all that BS that we have them go through. You know, just want to be wanted by somebody. Like having a significant other, man. It's kind of like an outlet. Where you can place your feelings in and stuff. Yeah, I get that, but say like I guess I can say kind of like I guess you can say like kind of like a charging like receptacle or whatever. And like and you're the charger and like motivation is like the charger wire that's coming that's filling you up with the like from the electric socket or whatever. Like and that's basically like motivation or to want to improve your life and stuff. Like after a while, like sure, like how like the charging receptacle eventually gets full. Like the charging receptacle gets full. Like there's nothing else plugged into it. To start sucking some of the power out of that. Like there's no outlet plugged into it. And that's kind of like what we're looking for. We need an outlet. Like we can have all this motivation to do stuff, man, but if you don't have anywhere for it to go, like eventually you start to overload. If that makes any sense. Like that's how I feel, and I also feel that like that's how he feels. Like we just want somebody. And all of a sudden, like you ever find yourself like more motivated, like when you have a significant other, or whatever, like somebody that you have a responsibility to. Like all of a sudden, man, like like you find yourself doing things you wouldn't do on your own. No, like that's what we're looking for. That's what we've been looking for in our lives. That's honestly like what I get like out of what I've been or the streams that I've been listening to of his. It's difficult to cope with the thoughts of major possibility of not being able to ever find it. I just feel like life is meaningless. But what are you missing in Chicago, though? A lot of times I kind of think, man, that like we can have everything that we want in this world, but like there's always gonna be a drawback. Like I hear you. But that's why we got this. That's why we got these phones and stuff, man, and FaceTime and all that stuff. But I do understand that sometimes, like, heck, you rather just be face to face. You can't take those face to face interactions for granted. But we're all just trying to find that outlet out in this world, man. That keeps us all going, you know. Like, and that's what he's trying to find. He's just madly frustrated that he can't find that. Even though we see how like like how shitty women can beat us and stuff, and know all the bad and stuff. Like a lot of times, man, heck, we still can't help but want them. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about this too. Like we're providing something, you know. We're taking our minds, taking other people's minds off of the other things that are plaguing their minds, you know. Man, that does make me feel good. Been on here nearly 2 hours now, you know, and like, I've been seeing people still off in here, people liking and stuff, you know. And it feels good to know that like I've like taken their minds off of maybe something else that's bad going on in their life right now. Just got a seventh like. Thank you for that, whoever that was. They would spend most of our life. I don't think that it's not really knowing what we want to do or trying to figure out what we want to do. It's finding a reason to do it for. And a little bit, my mom wanted to go shopping, so I'm gonna take her shopping. And if I come up with something else to talk about, or something that I felt is like stream worthy or whatever, then I'll be back. But if not, I might just do a gaming stream for a while. I might do another Grandia stream. I'm really starting to get into that game now. Because I have more games that I'd like to play and stream. So I'll go ahead and set up a Patreon. I keep telling myself that I'm going to do these things. I just never feel motivated to do it. But like I said, that's that whole morality thing. I was looking at this. I was looking at somebody like posting about like people like online, like I think they call it like e-begging or whatever. Yesterday, like people were making a big deal about people like asking for money in their streams and stuff like that, like to pay for like personal expenses and stuff. Like now I got to thinking like man, like heck, we already do that. Like that's what super chats and the donations and stuff are for. It it just didn't make sense to me. Like I said, everybody's always going to find that's why I question my morality. I'm questioning it. 'Cause there's always going to be somebody's always going to have something to say about what you're going, about like how you're trying to make it in the world, you know? Like there always has to be some sort of negative stigma. And like get too worried about like what other people like will think or will think of me for like if I like started like accepting donations and stuff like that. But then I got to thinking, man, like you know, like people on YouTube, man, like they're providing a service. Like that's the way I have to look at it. They're providing a service. Like people really didn't want to watch me talk about my life and stuff like that. Like as either an example of what not to be or an inspiration of some kind or whatever, then heck these streams wouldn't last as long as they do. I wouldn't get as many views as I've been getting. I wouldn't have accumulated as many subscribers in this recent time that I've been doing this. And I wouldn't have 7 likes on here right now. We're approaching an hour and 54 minutes now. You know, and that's kind of like how I gotta look at it. Like I'm providing a service. I wouldn't necessarily say that this is entertaining, but I'm connecting with people, showing people that heck there's a place that they can come and vent their issues or whatever. They can just talk or whatever, you know, and like opening up a safe place. They have to come talk. Maybe help somebody out. Whether it not be me or somebody in the chat. You know, offer up some advice or something like that to help somebody. It's either going through this or in a worse position than I'm in. Or whatever. So I think I am gonna go ahead and open that up. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter like how I make a living, as long as I make a living. I'm not going to like illegal stuff or whatever, but you know. I really been kind of scared to do that because I don't know how that would affect me tax wise. Because I know I'd have to pay taxes on the donations and stuff like that, anything like I got and stuff, right? And so that's what I figured, I guess, because like if I started making money off of here, man, like that would be like that'd be different. It'd be something I'm not used to. Like I wouldn't know what forms I'd have to be waiting on and stuff like that, and all that stuff. Like I have my plan for like the way I'd like my life to be, or whatever, but sometimes I kind of feel like it's out of reach, and then sometimes I kind of feel like it's not. It's just, you know, when you get tired of like sometimes like whenever like you see like what you need to be able to like to finally be able to like start doing the things that seeing the things that you'd like to see or doing the things that you'd like to do or whatever, but like it's just stuff that's out of your control that you really that's holding you back. You know, like for me on here, like I'm getting like so close now to getting 500 subscribers that I need. And while that would make me happy, like I would still need that 3,000 the 3,000 public watch hours. Like, and I'm still a long way from that. I think I just got to I think I'm up to like 270 something now. I think it was like 271 before I started this stream. Like I still have a long way to go. But like I'm hoping, like as with everything in my life or whatever, I'm hoping that like eventually like my efforts will start a snowball effect. And it would start snowballing in a positive way, you know, and like and getting those extra 3,000, the rest of that 3,000, like it wouldn't take very long. Because hopefully I have more people sticking in here longer and stuff like that. At least that's the hope. But I guess we all hope our lives would go like that. Now, like a lot of people, man, they just like have a lot of people getting these places because like they just don't really have they just need a push to get started. Like, and that's what I'd like to do one day. Like if I ever like started like making it big on here, you know, like and I had like an abundance of money that I start making off of here. It's like whenever I go with my friend to work with him and stuff. Like we used to come across like a lot of homeless people, like out in the Metroplex and stuff, and, like on the rats and stuff. Like I like to be able to, you know, like help them out, you know, like change their day up. Like sometimes, like I've come to realize, man, like a lot of times, some people, you know, they just need a little help, man, need a little boost. Like, and I would like to do that one day. I kind of make their world better. So you give a homeless person like $100 or whatever, you know, like they might have had their own plan. Like, like if they just had that $100, you know, like or whatever money that they had, and that would like set their life straight, you know, like it would set them on that path, you know. They start making their dream a reality, you know. It's kind of like my ultimate plan is. Like even if this don't work out here, I was forced to go back on the 9 to 5 or whatever, or just doing anything else. Like that's what I would like to do one day. I'd like to get back into my lotto again and stuff. Like there's ways to make money off of all that stuff. You think about all these ways to make money. But yeah, I just gotta get to that point of being able to do it. I still make money off of that and create content. Like it'd be a win-win. And that's kind of like where I wanna get my life to eventually. As long as I'm here. But you never know. You never know what could happen. But I am looking forward to the day I can start getting super chats and stuff. Just want to get to a point where I have an abundance. I just have just what I need or whatever, you know. And then I can give to other people. Or just get as high as I could possibly get, you know. If I could eventually match the income that I was making while I was working at Walmart, heck, I'd be happy with that. Like I would be breaking even, but well, not really, because I wouldn't be putting forth as much effort. Not the effort that, at least not like the, at least not like the physical effort, like that I was putting in there, like doing what I did and stuff. Just always kept having these feelings that, man, I could do something else with my life, you know. No, it's just me and my mother. But perhaps I'm looking into this stuff too deep, and I'm just looking at just what I'd rather be doing right now instead of just really just doing what I need to do to to help push to help to help push my goals further along. I mean, when I first started this, I really didn't know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing, but no, it seems like this right here is what's worked the most for me. And for some reason, people like me doing this. I still don't know why people really like me. I never really expected this. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't make the mistakes that other millennials like myself have made. But I still think like that like everybody made the big mistake about not ever using our income, the money that we were making or whatever, to replace our income so that we didn't have to work. But then I get to thinking, like what if everybody in this country were investors and they didn't have to work anymore? Like wouldn't that crash the stock market? Because there wouldn't be any GDP being made anymore, right? Now, there's always going to have to be people that invest and then people that are W-2 employees and stuff like that. If that makes any sense. I mean, like I know the government wants everybody to just work and not be investors. But I would think that would be bad for the economy. If every single person didn't have to anymore because they were all investors and they invested so much that like they didn't have to, it would destroy the job market. Fascinates me like how you have to Like you can't really have things one way or the other. It's just a big juggling act of trying to get things as optimal as possible. If that makes any sense. Like with the unemployment rates and inflation and monetary policy and all that stuff. It's like looking at a what do you call those things where the an equalizer, kind of like an equalizer, but for like life stuff. You know, you push this notch down here a little bit or whatever to try to find like the optimal way of like stimulating the economy and all that stuff. There's just like all these buttons across the thing, just like on the equalizer. It's fascinating. Now, if you too far with one thing or whatever, that's going to affect everything so much more and all that stuff. It's crazy. Do y'all ever feel like that? Feel like it's like that? And then that's a crazier thing. Like you got these people in charge that are being told by experts that are like if you move something here or whatever, like how much it's going to affect something else or whatever, and they still make these decisions to go ahead and to do it anyway. Like knowing how bad things are going to get, or if it in most cases don't get better. What was that smell? Smells like a cologne or something, perfume or something in the background somewhere. It smells good, but it's definitely noticeable. Whatever it is. Well, I guess I'm gonna hop off here and see if my mom's ready to go to the store and get this over with. I'll probably be back on later, but we'll see. Yeah, I appreciate everyone for coming in and talking with me and stuff like that and listening to me blather on for the last 2 hours and 10 minutes. Yeah, grocery shopping. I appreciate everyone who's come in and liked and subscribed and be part of the conversation and stuff. I appreciate it a lot. I'm going to spend all day trying to stop myself. Trying to stop myself from stopping myself. I put it like that. But I should be back on at some point later on. If not like this, it'll definitely be a gaming stream. But y'all feel free to come in and talk on there too. Except they won't be like this. I usually have my headset on, but we can still talk and stuff. Like if y'all want to. But I will see y'all later on. Peace.